Hi everyone, welcome back to the podcast. It's me and Dhana here. Happy Saturday morning. So it's been a good week for you, Dhana? You enjoyed your week?
Enjoyed, sir.
It's good, huh? And getting into the last week of October. You do Halloween.
Halloween means?
That American festival, man.
No, sir.
Where you dress up as a ghost.
No.
Or some kind of crazy person. And try and scare people in your neighborhood.
No.
People are scared of you regardless, is it?
No, sir. They will not fear about me.
Yeah, my situation's the same, man. My kids don't get scared of me anymore.
No. That's a problem. Being a dad, that's the main thing.
True. Anyway, before we digress into our personal lives, we should quickly do the video. Otherwise, people will be fast forwarding through this, wondering what the hell are these two? Yeah, they'll be talking about what the hell are these two bozos talking about. So, what have you got for us today? What have you promised our viewers?
At the September time that we are recording as a Gen Z investor, we will tell about Diwali is nearly coming. So, that time we can reveal the crackers list. But we made it as a funny video. I come up with some specific stocks that we are talking in the past week. When the drop of the market, so that I picked up the stocks. So I think that will be the valuable one. So that question I am going to ask to you, whether it was a valuable one or not, why it's a valuable. You need to clarify that, sir. Okay,
so you have made a list of stocks after the market has corrected, and based on that list, you want me to go through with you and say, is your analysis correct? Are these turned from diamond needles into at least stainless steel needles?
Stainless steel or something, silver also.
Okay, chalo, right. So we shall dive into this.
Yeah.
Dhana's crackers list. Don't worry, I'm sure as soon as I said that, people didn't stop watching the video. I'm sure people have a lot more faith in you than you have in yourself. Don't worry, we will get through the list and we'll find out to see if there's any gold in that.
First one, sir, bees, gold bees and IT bees.
It's a fabulous. If you're buying gold bees and IT bees, it's best thing to do. If you do not know anything, you're new to this whole game. You've been pulled into this world because of all the YouTube videos or Instagram reels you've been seeing, people becoming from zero to hero, becoming rich, all these trading videos you've seen, and you feel very confused and you feel very scared and you do not know what to do. Just buy gold.
The same thing, from zero to hero, they only need to focus on the trade. That's only the possible way.
Yes, but if you don't know anything, right? Trading and all that involves knowing what to do, how to buy, what to sell, when to sell it, and do the analysis of all those charts. Let's say it's not nothing to you. Yeah, you want to be rich, but you don't know how to do all that. And that's very risky. And 99% of the people are losing money. So here, if you don't want, you're having that FOMO, best thing to do is keep buying gold. And I'll tell you something. One of the main reasons in India, you see gold being popular is we are living in the metro city where we have access to all this and we have access to capital, meaning you have money and salary and all that. If you go to a place like Kanchipuram or somewhere, right, most people don't make that kind of money. So that's for 80% of Indians are not wealthy. They're poor. And for them to make the kind of wealth or even save money, right, to work against inflation, gold is the only option. Because it's affordable. What is one unit of gold bees right now? Some 60 rupees, 65
57, 60.
Yeah. So it's fabulous. And there's an opportunity right now where the market is going to break open. And maybe next year, gold might be double what it is. If it's at 60, it might be at 90 or even near 100. So for doing nothing, instead of keeping your money locked up in a fixed deposit and not really earning anything, you have an opportunity to buy gold, and I think that is a very good idea of yours.
Digital gold, sir?
Yes, digital gold is the way to go. Do not buy physical gold. Physical gold you should only buy if you're going to consume it in terms of like a marriage or some personal thing which you need to do. Buy physical gold. If most of us are not going to leave India. So other thing is, if I'm leaving India, I can carry gold and go. Yes, that's true. But for you and me, if something happens in India, we can't go anywhere. So we'll have to carry that risk. Right? We cannot run to Singapore or some place and we're not high net worth individuals to set up, buy house in Greece and everywhere and go on. So for us, we are stuck here. So we might as well buy gold ETFs, right? Assume that everything is going to go, keep fingers crossed and pray to whichever version of whatever you believe in. And pray, and I think ETF is great because ETF is easy to buy, easy to sell, and it's much easy to do everything. There's no storage cost, there's none of that other nonsense involved in this. So ETF is great. And there's no emotional attachment. If you buy gold chain and you wear it you're wearing it for 1 year. Now situation has come where you have to sell it.
That sentiment also involved.
Yes, you'll be like, sir, I was wearing this lucky chain that day. I met my girlfriend. She said, you look so nice in this gold chain, Dhana. How can I sell this? She will leave me, sir.
Only movie scenes, not in reality.
But hey, one can hope, Dhana. From movies only, movies are a reflection of reality.
Nah.
Who knows? Mrs. Future Dhana is probably watching this video somewhere. And she's...
Cameraman showed something. You
What?
noticed that?
I did not notice that. Aha. Are you engaged? Our cameraman was trying to tell me he's engaged. But we found out, unfortunately, he's not. He's happy though, because he's got some gold on his hand. So as I was saying, right? You don't know. Future Mrs. Dhana could be watching this video right now. She's probably wondering how to get in touch with you. He's on Instagram. You can definitely drop him a note there.
Sir, next question, sir.
Tell him hi from all of us.
Next question, sir. What's your viewpoint about the digital gold, sir? Like in the GPay that we have an option.
Yes, there is lots of, yes.
That we can convert into the gold.
Yes, you can. But a reason why I recommend Google Pay Gold also is for the simple reason, people are so lazy in your generation, right? If I say buy gold ETF, gold Bs, you'll say, sir, I have to go to Chola, I have to give ID proof, this proof, and I have to open an account. It's all, this, that. I'm like, okay, Baba, you're too lazy to open one account to buy, right? No problem. You use GPay, you'll be like, yes, sir, I use GPay. And I'll be like, at least there you buy the gold. Of course, I would rather that you go to, Chola or wherever you want to buy and buy the gold. But if you're feeling so lazy to do that, open your account, buy in GPay, right? At least there you're accumulating. So somewhere, I see somewhere you're trying to make some progress towards investing. And my hope is that, you buy gold for 10 rupees and next year you see that 10 rupees has become some 15 rupees or 25 rupees. You'll feel so happy. Then, okay, I'll do something more. Then having weekend parties and enjoying like what you're going to do the Saturday night. Then you'll be like, okay, I'll forego one Saturday night party and invest in my future. So I'll have lifelong parties. Right? So that is the intent behind this. So I think it's a fabulous thing that you have gold on your first.
Pharma ETF?
Yes. ETFs, all of them are good. First, ETF Pharma, which you said, is a fabulous ETF to be in. The pharma sector is a great sector to be in because, like Anand keeps saying, most of their revenue generation of these big pharma companies comes through export. Second way they make money is, like Natco, they pick up a very popular drug, they re-engineer it, and they manage to fight a lawsuit and win the lawsuit and sell it at a lower price, good profits, and they generate a lot of income. These are the big pharma companies' strategies, and they're doing very well in India. And you cannot afford to buy, yes, at our level, right? We cannot afford to go buy a Dr. Reddy or, these are out of reach for us. There's nowhere near Tiffin Coffee. This is like a holiday money you have to spend to buy one Dr. Reddy. So what do? ETF is the best option. And you can slowly accumulate ETF. And you can keep doing that till you gain strength to buy pharma stock. And it's also great for people who do not understand anything. Right? I do not know if I should buy Natco. I do not know if I should buy Dr. Reddy. This PE, I do not know if it is the right PE. Am I buying the right car? I do not know. The price keeps going up and down, giving me anxiety. Okay, buy ETF. ETF is a nice mix of all of them. And it's very safe. And it's very liquid. Just like gold. Tomorrow, next year, you need the money. You can just sell it and move on. Or you've gained confidence. You've saved enough money in pharma ETF to buy one Dr. Reddy. You can sell the ETF and buy one Dr. Reddy or whatever you feel. So Pharma ETF is a great thing, and pharma sector is a wonderful sector to be in.
And another doubt also appears, sir. FIAs are selling Indian market continuously, but they are keep buying on the IT stocks. The top 10 IT stock they are investing, and the retail investors are taking the money. So that's another part. But FIAs are keep investing on only the IT sectors.
First of all, we make this fundamental mistake. All of us, including me, we keep on wondering what the FIAs are doing.
Okay,
that's wrong. Because FIAs do not have the same investing philosophy you and me have. Right? It's like watching someone play cricket while we are playing hockey. Yes, he's got a bat and a ball, but he also got a stick and a ball. But the games are very different. The rules are very different. We're playing completely different games. Right? So you cannot look at a guy playing cricket and say, okay, how will I use that to play hockey? I'm sure some of you will argue saying you can use this skill and that skill. But fundamentally, you know what I mean. So looking at an FIA holding and saying that guy is buying this or buying that is very stupid. The only reason we talk about FIAs is to talk about market movement in the terms of there's an opportunity in price correction. Markets are very overvalued in India. So we're going to see an opportunity of the price coming down and coming to valuations where it is reasonable. We can see FIA selling. That means, okay, there's going to be a sale coming. They're selling. So, okay, if they want to get rid of it, we are there to buy it. That opportunity. But that too in India has become very difficult because the Indian domestic investors have become so big. Whatever these guys are selling, before you, me as a small retail investor, we can look at that and see, okay, what is there to buy? These guys are zooming inside and vacuuming it up. If he sells for 3,000 crores, these guys are buying for 5,000 crores. Wednesday, on the market, you would have seen the Indian market was going really frantically up and down, violently. Then finally they took it a little bit up, and right before closing it fell. Because they sold for 3,000 crores and we bought for 5,000 crores. So you can imagine, even though we bought for 5,000 crores, which is almost 2,000 crores more than those guys selling, right? We were still finding it hard to keep the market floating. So for that reason, to see opportunities, we see. Unlike in the case of Manappuram, where FIA holdings was at 33%, when they were dumping Manappuram, right, because of whatever reasons they had, their logic, it was an opportunity for us. That's why we saw Manappuram sliding from 220 all the way down to 140, below 140. Now today, on Thursday, they pulled it back up.
10% up.
Yeah, it's been up because domestic investors are swooping in and buying it. They were waiting to see how far these guys wanted to push it down. Now they pushed it as far as, okay, now we'll start buying it. So that's the only reason to look at it. Other than that, to say why are they selling everything else and buying IT stocks and maybe we should copy what the FIA is doing, is a stupid thing to do.
So then Infosys, TCS, like that, HCL?
Yes, Infosys, TCS, all this, if the price and earnings, that makes sense. So you have to look at price to earnings. If it makes sense, then you should be taking it into consideration. And you should not fall traps into all this other news which you hear, like Wipro is giving some bonus share, they're doing some share split. All that in the long term is just noise. Okay? You want to buy, you want to hold it for 20 years. Then if the price is correct and you have the ready to put the Tiffin coffee money in, you do it. Don't go on reading about, bonus and all this. All those are things to hook you and give you FOMO to make you do things. You pay attention to your fundamentals. If you lose sight of your fundamentals and you start paying attention to all this other jigana hanging, glitter hanging, you will slip and fall in no time. Because what will happen is you will forget your fundamental analysis itself. You will forget what you read and what you've understood and what you believe, because all this noise is starting to occupy your memory. You do not know what you're doing, then you just start buying stupid things. So be careful of that. Thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning in today. I hope you had a wonderful Saturday evening. I hope you're recovering well from your revelries of last night. Do subscribe to the Instagram handle where Dhana is available, and see you again next weekend.
In the sense, sir.